But I just want to say, since we still have the Vedas intact, and we know the end of the Vedas is where the Upanishads are, why the confusion about 10 or 108 or 100, 1180? So wouldn't there be a specific number that we can see which slokas belong to the Upanishads?
See, there were actually the wisdom which we call Veda, there are no many. It is one. And the way in which this wisdom was passed over to next generation, it differed. Some acharyas, some rishis taught their disciples in a poetical way. Some used prose, some used music, the form of songs they taught. So there are three types of Vedic mantras. One in the poem, two in the prose, three in the form of songs. Padhyatmakam, Gadyatmakam, Ganatmakam. So this Ganatmakam is called Sama. Padhyatmakam is called Rik. Gadyatmakam is called Yajus. So these three types of mantras were there or are there. And all these three we can see in Atharva. So in the Rigveda there are only Riks. In the Rigveda Samhita there are only Riks. In the Yajurveda majority are Yajus. Of course some Riks are there. And in the Sama only songs are there. In the Atharva all these types of mantras are there. So there were four divisions: Rigveda, Yajurveda, Samaveda and Atharva Veda. In course of time, how we cannot say, they were divided into many shakas. For example, in the Rigveda itself, there were 21 shakas. In the Yajurveda itself, there were 109 shakas, branches. In the Samaveda, there were 1000 branches. And in the Atharva Veda, there were 50 branches. So in total, 21 plus 109 plus 1000 plus 50, 1180 shakhas were there. Then comes the question how a shakha is formed. The answer is, if a teacher teaches and there are 10 students who are very seriously studying, but in those days they were not writing. They will memorize. They were memorizing. And in next generation, they will be the teachers. The students of this generation will be the teachers of the next generation. And they are teaching. So the subject matter of that teaching will be the same as their guru taught them. But the order of mantras, the way they present, all differs. That will happen. So in this way, there were different shakhas. This is how different shakhas came into existence. And therefore, each shakha is connected with a particular rishi. Rigveda or Yajurveda, Samaveda, Atharva Veda, they are not connected with any rishis, but the shakhas of these Vedas are connected with rishis. The name of the rishi who propagated that shakha. So his disciples are supposed to preserve that shaka. It was the order, or it was the way of propagating Vedas. Those who learned, they are supposed to spread that. It happened, but somehow in course of time, many didn't do that. Why we cannot say? Now there are only 14 shakas. That is for Samhita is preserved. Only 14. All others gone. So how many Samhitas are there? Only 14. There were 1180, but now only 14. We do not know whether that much collection of books are there in many places. Even the script we do not know. Millions of books are there, pamphlets, manuscripts. Many things are there. Now we can read Sharada, we can read many scripts. But there are many scripts which we do not know. Millions are there, especially in Germany. They are well kept. With a hope that in future we will make some decoding mechanism. With that hope they are keeping that. So we do not know how many Samhitas will be there in future, but now only 14. And more worse is the case of Brahmanas. Only lesser than 8 or 9 Brahmanas are there existing. All has gone. But in the case of Upanishads, more than 160 or 170 Upanishads are still there. All these are regarding the books, not the knowledge. Knowledge is the same. Knowledge is the same. There is no difference at all. So there is no confusion, there is no need of confusion. One message we have to have with him, that is, it is our duty, it is our responsibility to preserve and protect what much is with us. We have to, otherwise this also will go. And now, leave all the books and everything. When we take Veda as knowledge or wisdom, Upanishad is the final word of that. It is therefore called Vedanta, the end of Veda. Vedanta is the end of Veda. It is final word of Veda. It is existing and we have that. All this confusion comes when we speak about the books. I think it is clear. Yeah.